Donald Trump.
Most experts expect the High Court to figure out some way for the January 6th case against Trump to continue. They noted what conservative Justice...
And good morning. Hey there.
How you doing?
Welcome to the video live stream. It is the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me on this Monday is Brett Witkowski. And Brett, you're going to be, what are you doing fireworks? You lighting fireworks off?
Not lighting.
Show me how many fingers you have.
Well, I did cut off one.
When?
2001.
Wow. Look at that. Let's show that again. Put it up on the camera.
Well,
Brad.
Well, you said show it.
You didn't.
I can't help it.
You knew what you were doing. How'd you cut off your finger?
Got caught in a snowblower.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was manager at Village of Stevensville, and we had gotten a horrible snowstorm. And I'm like, well, I'll take the side. I'll help out. I'll take the sidewalk plow.
Yeah.
And so I was coming down John Beers and just plugged up with snow.
The snowblower. It was a snowblower
on front of a tractor, and so it was hydraulic.
Yeah.
And so I had my gloves on.
Oh.
And I shut it all off.
Okay. The machine is shut off.
It shut it off. Everything was shut off. And I hit my hand in there.
Oh.
But it had enough, I guess it must have had enough torque.
It was still spinning?
No, it wasn't. But it did spin enough that when I hit the snow, it spun.
Oh.
And I whopped it off.
Oh, my goodness. That hurt?
Not at first.
Yeah.
More shocked. If it wouldn't have been for the glove,
I want to hear more about this, but we got to do
it.
the news, and I have to go puke after hearing that story.
It was an interesting night.
All right. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We'll be back in a minute.
And celebrate Independence Day with the Omaha Steaks 4th of July sale. Save 50% off site-wide and fire up the perfect backyard cookout with tender steaks, juicy burgers, deli-style franks, and more family favorites. Shop today at omahasteaks.com and score an extra $30 off when you use promo code QUALITY at checkout. Plus, every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code QUALITY at checkout.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is News Talk Sports 94.9. WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. Depend on us. WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It is the WSJM Morning Show. We have local news coming up in just a moment. And in case you're missing the video live stream that we have on YouTube, X, or Facebook, Brett is going to tell us a story about how one of his fingers is a little shorter than it was a few years ago.
And twisted.
So it's a good story. And he's already flipped me the bird on the video live stream.
Did not mean to on purpose. It's just... That's the finger that was cut off.
That's the video live stream. We'll get back to that in a moment. But first, taking a look at local news. We're about a month away from the August primaries. And so far, well, no one has filed to run for the position of Lincoln Township clerk, at least not on the ballot. Current clerk Stacy Laura Porter is running for Berrien County clerk. That created the vacancy. Laura Porter tells us no one filed in time to appear on the partisan primary ballot in the township. However, there was one Democrat who has filed for write-in this past week. If that person passes a certain threshold of write-in votes in August, then their name will appear on the November ballot. As of Friday, no Republicans had filed, not even as a write-in candidate. So, meanwhile, if no one wins the election for clerk, what will have to happen, according to Stacy Laura Porter, is that the lone write-in candidate's threshold to make it onto the November ballot by name depends on how many ballots are cast in the primary. She estimates about 50 write-in votes would be enough for that name to appear on the ballot in November. Meanwhile, if no one wins the election for clerk, then the Lincoln Township Board of Trustees would have to appoint. That person would serve until the next general election or for about 2 years, and then there would be another election for clerk. Laura Porter says the deadline for write-in candidates to file so that they stand a chance of making the November ballot is July 18th. So
Coming up.
if you're interested in that, that's open till July 18th. That's Lincoln Township. Due to changes being made in the structure of Lincoln Township's government this year, with the switch to a township manager model, the position of clerk is going from full-time to part-time. Berrien County Clerk Sharon Tyler tells us write-in candidates have indeed been elected a few times in the county. She said it's happened in Niles and Eau Claire. However, she wasn't aware of an instance in which a township clerk was elected as a write-in candidate. So that's interesting.
And Lincoln's probably might be the second largest township.
It's big.
in
They
the
deal
county.
with the substantial issues, and that nobody filed for clerk, either as a Democrat or as a Republican, before the deadline is interesting, because it seems like there had been talk about that for quite some time.
Right, wasn't a
That Stacey
secret.
Lower Porter was going to go over and run for this other thing, so nobody else wanted that position.
And getting a manager, I think they'll get a good manager. It's a great area. They'll get a very good manager.
They'll have to hire for that.
Yeah, and it's already they're advertising for
Yeah.
it. It's on MML's website. I've seen it.
Okay. MML.
Michigan Municipal League.
Okay. Other news that we are covering today from the WSJM newsroom. If you're still wondering when you will receive your absentee ballot to vote in the August 6th election, there might be an issue. Berrien County Clerk Sharon Tyler tells us absentee ballots should have been sent out by now, and if you haven't received one, there is a reason. Tyler says just because a person voted absentee last election, that doesn't mean they're marked down somewhere as always receiving absentee voter ballots. If you want to vote absentee, you should contact your local clerk. That's the city or township clerk, not just the county clerk. She also advises those voting in August primaries to only vote for candidates within one party. Marking names from different parties will invalidate your ballot. One tip is to take your absentee ballot to a polling location and run it through the tabulator. If the ballot is filled out incorrectly, Tyler says the machine will indicate so. The local Michigan Works office, I've never thought to run that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, just run it through the tabulator.
That's a great idea.
Make sure your vote counts. The local Michigan Works office says they've secured $1.7 million in competitive grants from the state of Michigan's Going Pro Talent Fund. The group says because of this, 30 Southwest Michigan employers will be able to train their workforces and increase retention. Michigan Works Berrien County Community Business Solutions Manager Michael Mompriere says that the grant cycles provide the means for employers to grow. This is the second grant cycle for the 24 year, helping over 69 employers and $4.6 million in grants available. The Going Pro Talent Fund allows for employers to pay for training and apprenticeships and helps show employees that they have the tools to set them up for success. Mompriere says that the grants help keep jobs here in Southwest Michigan and that it has a significant financial impact. Michigan Works of Berrien Cass Van Buren say they specialize in educating, training, and employing individuals of all ages. And it is the Independence Day week. Several communities in Southwest Michigan are honoring the 4th of July holiday with fireworks celebrations. Most shows happen on Wednesday, the bigger ones, that is, the Wednesday. That includes St. Joseph, Baroda, and South Haven. South Haven City Manager Kate Hosier says this year's show will be similar to years past, with fireworks launched from the North Pier at dusk. She also notes to residents and visitors that the bridges will be closing early in South Haven for boats to get through. On the 4th, Berrien Springs will hold its fireworks in conjunction with the Pickle Festival. And the show will be held at the Berrien County Youth Fairgrounds. The fairgrounds won't be open to the public, but you'll have to find a place to watch from a nearby location. There are plenty to choose from. So where are you going to watch the fireworks from?
Well, we're going to watch them from the South Bend Cubs on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
We're going, my daughter and her husband's, and Amy and I are all going down to watch the game.
Who are they playing?
Night.
Do you know who they're playing?
Peoria.
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 Okay.
I'm not
The
sure.
Peoria.
I'm not sure what the nickname is. And then Wednesday, we'll set up camp on the bluff.
Okay.
Walk there.
Yeah.
Thursday, we might actually talk about maybe going up to Bangor. They've got fireworks up there and a parade.
Good show.
Never been there,
Okay.
but they do it from the football stadium. So
Very nice. All right. Well, we'll talk more about that and other things, including Brett's finger, which is not currently damaged, but this is an old injury. But apparently, it's a good story.
It still doesn't look
I
good.
am not aware of this injury, so I want to hear the story about that. And we'll talk about that and more in just a few minutes. It is the WSJM Morning Show in sports.
Major League Baseball on Sunday in a game you hear on Newstalk Sports 94.9 WSJM. The Detroit Tigers.
And we'll say good morning. Good morning to
Good morning.
Bill. And Bill says, good morning, guys. Diane, good morning. Bill and all. John says, good morning. So good morning, Bill, Diane, and John. Thank you for joining us.
Bring him in one time.
We appreciate you. Bring him in like a listener's appreciation thing. We should do that.
That'd be kind of cool.
We had the listener appreciation breakfast
That's right, you did.
in December. We may do that again. I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. We did it down at the Shadowland Pavilion.
We had a lot of people show up, didn't
We did. It was fun. We also had Michael Patrick Shields there, which is probably why people showed up.
Or you, one of the two, or Johnny.
Yeah. And we had fun because Johnny constructed some reindeer games. That was a lot of fun. I just remember there was a spatula involved and snowflakes and throwing stuff back and forth.
Good for you.
But thanks for tuning into the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg, and Brett Witkowski and his purple shirt are here. And I like your shirt. It was the next in the rotation, but I have a question because the last time I saw you, wasn't it a purple shirt you were wearing? That's 2 purple shirts in a row.
But that was the WSJM traditional Saturday morning coaches show shirt locations. And then
but if it's in the rotation, it's in the rotation. You got 2 purple shirts stacked up next to each other.
So I have actually 3 rotation of
They're
shirts.
fighting in the closet.
One is coaches show shirt.
Okay.
And wear it on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
And then I have my coaching shirts that I rotate through.
All right.
And then I have my dress shirts for work and church.
All right. And so there's
they just matched
so depending on the day of what you have to do.
Correct.
That's when you pull these out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to have 2 purple shirts back to back is almost like those 2 bugs that came out this year for the first time, like 130 years.
Oh, the cicadas.
Yeah. But then there was another one too that came out too. I can't remember what that.
Well, there were
name
2
was.
broods of cicadas that came out.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, they're 2 different broods.
So it's just one of those things. Just doesn't happen that often. Tomorrow is a red shirt.
Tomorrow's a red shirt day.
Red dress shirt.
Well, today I'm wearing my red dress shirt. And it's not a dress shirt. It's a, what do you call this? Business casual?
Polo.
Could be a polo. Let's see.
I mean, I know it's a brand, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. All right. Did you find that thing you were looking for on Elvis's house?
Yeah, but it didn't say a whole lot. Just that the feds were coming in. That there was, I think you had mentioned maybe a false.
Yeah.
auction.
Well, there was a Graceland attempted foreclosure, and they were able to avert. It got down to the wire where they thought it was going to sell. We'll talk about it. It's a good story, but we've got to come back in just a minute here. With
FBI is involved now.
Oh no,
that's a good thing or bad thing.
The feds. Okay, we'll come back and talk more about that. How was your weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. Let's see. Comments. Oh, if you're playing clips in the news today, they aren't coming through. Sorry, Diane. Sometimes I forget to hit the right thing on that. We'll come back and I'll make sure you hear them in the next one. We'll be right back.
They've been in business since 2001 and now are happy to be serving Southwest Michigan. Websticks has completed over 1,000 website projects and over 20,000 maintenance tasks. And now they're ready to help you. Give your website a fresh start. Call 269-925-1123 or visit stunningsitesmoreclicks.com.
Stunning sites, more clicks. Web design from Websticks.
Mostly sunny skies today. We're going to be a little bit warmer. We're back up into the upper 70s, around 78 inland. We'll be around 75 at the beaches. Waves are still going to be at a moderate risk level for swimming today. Partly cloudy skies tonight. We drop down to 57, and tomorrow partly sunny. High temperatures back around 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Can we, do you mind if we get some video of you, Brett, in a candy shop at some point?
I'm going right to the Superman ice cream.
Or maybe, you know how they sell like foil strips that keep the birds away?
I finally got the microphone fixed.
Really? Is the microphone fixed?
I think the best is going to be.
Oh, all right. No. Brett was asking me about some of the lights in here, whether those throw off heat. And I asked the question why, and then you moved on to the next question of what is that? Is that a sound thing or a light? It's a fluorescent light. It's a horrible fluorescent light. We never turned it on. I don't know why it's in the studio.
I turned it on.
But that's what it was. Yeah, it burned my eyes. You were talking about Elvis we want to talk about your finger in a moment, but we were talking about Elvis Presley. There were two stories in the news that caught our eyes. You want to talk about the Graceland Mansion thing first?
Yeah, it looked like it was going to go up for auction, but didn't quite go right, and the FBI is involved now.
Well,
investigate.
Yeah, we talked about this on the morning show. What happened was Graceland was apparently headed toward the auction block. This was last month. In May, actually, because we're now in July. So, yeah, May. For officials to call off that auction, that happened at the last minute. But authorities initially halted the sale after Presley's granddaughter said a fake company produced forged documents stating that her late mother, Lisa Marie Presley, had taken out a multi-million-dollar loan that she never paid back. And Graceland was allegedly part of the collateral in the fake documents via a signed deed of trust. The attempted sale remains under investigation, but now it has become a federal probe. So the Tennessee Attorney General's office looked into the Graceland matter, and it quickly became apparent, they said, that this was a matter best suited for federal law enforcement. They said they have faith in their federal partners. They will know how to handle this appropriately. The Tennessee Attorney General, Jonathan Skrmetti, said at the time of the attempted foreclosure sale that his office would be looking into the company and trying to figure out what exactly is happening here and do they face any potential charges, criminal or otherwise. He said, I have asked my lawyers to look into this matter, determine the full extent of any misconduct that may have occurred, and identify what we can do to protect both Elvis Presley's heirs and anyone else who may be similarly threatened. I mean, you hear about people losing their homes to stuff like this, where documents are filed fraudulently, but then they get the government stamp of approval, seal of approval, because nobody's paying attention.
Well, I think Laura Freeling's registered deeds office put in this
just recently.
Yeah, alert system.
That's
so
right.
If someone does throw their name on your title,
yeah,
you get alerted to it. I see here they said the address that attempted the foreclosure sale was at the same address of a Nigerian fraud ring that targets old and dead people in the United States.
Yeah, why not go after Graceland?
Yeah, no one knows where that's at.
Nobody's going to notice. But you're right, Berrien County, if you own property and you want to set up just to be sure of what's happening, they have it. You can go to the county website, the county, and look under deeds. They have an alert you can set up so that you receive a contact email, I think is the way it's set up, email contact that says, hey, something has happened on your deed, either this, that, or the other thing, and just wanted you to be aware. And more times than not, hopefully, it's all legal and above board. But
you hear about these cases
where
they
pay attention,
put their name on it.
Yeah,
because it doesn't take much to add a name to it. It takes a lot to take a name off of it.
It doesn't take much to add a name.
No, not as much as I mean, I could add you to the property.
Is it a good property?
Could I sell it? A good property.
Okay, well, maybe just go ahead and add me. You're fine. I'm not going to pay for the utilities or anything like that. No. Another Elvis Presley story that we ran across, though, when Elvis Presley's debut album took the charts in 1956, took the charts by storm, Blue Suede Shoes was the opening track. Now, his very own Blue Suede Shoes have sold at auction for, guess how much? Pair of shoes owned by Elvis Presley, blue suede shoes.
$252,000. I'm
No.
just guessing.
No, $152,000.
Well, I got the 52 right.
You got the 52 right.
That
You're,
honestly was a true guess. too.
you're only off by $100,000.
Yeah.
No, the 52 was good. Bidding for the shoes, which
What
were
size?
they were described as an iconic lot of show business memorabilia that transcends the 20th century pop culture. The bidding began at $69,600, went all the way up to $152,000. Let's see. They have nice shoelaces. I don't see what size they are. Oh, the shoes, which are size 10 and a half. They're perfect for me.
Man, he had small feet.
Those aren't small feet.
Yeah.
You're a giant. So you,
Well, I know
what,
I am.
what are your feet? What's your foot size?
Yes.
What's your shoe size?
Yes.
You're not going to tell us?
Not 13 or 14.
Oh, that's small.
Small enough. Hard to find.
The shoes of Elvis Presley's, which are size 10 and a half and stamped with the Nan Bush brand, were worn by Presley both on and off stage during the 1950s. And now some anonymous person paid $152,000 for the blue suede shoes. Wonder if that came with a single. Get it for the, I don't know.
2-for-1 sale or what?
Just get one of the little 45 discs to
I
go
see.
along with your shoes, the blue suede shoes.
What do you do with that?
With the music, you listen to it.
If you buy the shoes, what do you do with those? Just stare at them?
No, you put them on display somewhere and you charge admission and get your money back.
It'll take a lot of admission.
You only have to get 152 people to pay $1,000 a piece to see those
stare
shoes.
at his shoes.
or you could wear them. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That'd be an expensive pair of shoes to wear.
Yeah. So there was an outfit also by rock legend Freddie Mercury. Remember the front man for Queen? An outfit of his sold for nearly $250,000. He wore it in a video.
For Freddie Mercury shoes?
No, his whole suit.
Oh, his whole suit.
Yeah.
Well, still, that's
he
a lot
wore
of
it in
money.
the music video for Queen's "I'm Going Slightly Mad." So $250,000. I don't know how that goes for more than. Freddie Mercury, great, talented.
Did he sing "We Are the Champions"?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Queen.
that's
That's a
what I
Queen
thought.
song. But yeah, it seems like $250,000 in
It's a
that.
lot. I could do a lot more things than buy a Freddie Mercury suit.
And the
With
King's
$250,000.
blue suede shoes going for $152,000. All right,
You should post a picture of it.
we've delayed long enough. You say you have a story here about your finger. So
No, you
just,
asked about my
just
finger.
a caution.
Yep.
A caution. If you get squeamish, you may want to tune off, and then come back in 5 minutes. But
Okay.
for now, no. But for now, Brett, you I don't know how we even got on the topic.
I
But
don't either. I think you looked at it.
I didn't look at it, but you said something about you've got a missing finger.
So
The whole finger's not missing, just a piece of it.
well, it was sewed back on.
Oh, okay.
2001, I was helping. You want me to start in the beginning?
Yeah,
again?
start at the
so
beginning.
2001, I was manager at Stevensville. We had a bad snowstorm. We were just overwhelmed. And I told our DPW, I'll take care of the sidewalks. And we had a John Deere tractor with
So you're the manager of Stevensville,
Mhm.
and you tell the Public Works Department, "I'm going to do the sidewalks."
I told them I'd help them.
That's a good manager.
Well, they were way behind. There was just no way of getting it done.
Okay.
It was
All right.
just
So you're doing the sidewalks.
yeah. And it was
You got a snow blower.
8 to 10, let's say 9 o'clock at night. And I was going down John Beers into town from Red Arrow Highway. And I was going probably too fast. It was a heavy snow and it just plugged up. And it was a auger type of snowblower on the front of a John Deere tractor.
Oh.
And so I shut it off and shut everything off because it had a separate switch for the tractor and a separate switch for the snowblower.
So everything's off. It's
Off.
quiet. It's not running.
Yep.
The snow thing is not engaged.
And so I'm looking at it, and I didn't have a stick. And I should have. And I didn't have a broom with me.
Oh.
And so I jammed my hand in there, like this, where all
Okay.
fingers went
So
in.
flat finger.
Yep.
If you're
With
watching on
the
the
glove
video
on.
live stream, you see it.
And then as I pulled it out, it must have had enough pressure still on it because it spun a couple times.
Oh, the auger.
The auger spun, and next thing I'm
Yikes.
like, "Boom," I heard a pump,
Oh,
and my glove went flying.
the glove is off.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I saw it, and then my finger was in the glove,
Oh,
and it was
which
cut
is
off
no
at the
longer on your
knuckle.
hand. Cut off at the knuckle.
Yeah,
Oh,
and so
I thought we were just talking the tip.
no,
like the
no,
first
no,
knuckle.
it was right there.
Yikes! It's like the middle knuckle.
So I got it, ran up to a house, and they called 911.
Where did you find your glove?
It was 5 feet away.
Okay, it didn't go through the chute.
No, I just kicked out a little bit.
Sorry. Go
And
ahead.
so no, it didn't go.
What
through
colored
the chute.
gloves were they?
Dark brown,
Like blue.
no.
Okay.
And so
I'm
then
sensing blue. Go
they
ahead.
went. So the ambulance came and the police came.
The police came.
Yeah, Lincoln's got good police. They showed up too. Just like St. Joe, if you call 911, the police show up a lot.
Who called 911 for you?
A house I ran up to.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I need, I was just blood is gushing everywhere.
Okay. All right.
And so the ambulance came, and then so they
Was it dark?
Yeah, it was pitch black. I was 9
Okay.
o'clock, at least 9 o'clock, and it was a Wednesday night. I remember this for a fact.
Okay.
And so they called my wife, and our kids were little. No, we only had one maybe at the time. I can't.
Okay.
No, we had both of them.
All right.
And the message though that had gotten to the hospital is that I had severed my hand. So they were preparing to have a helicopter fly over from
Oh my goodness.
Chicago.
Holy
So
mackerel.
the time I got to the hospital, everybody thought my hand was severed. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Thank
I
goodness.
guess that was disappointing.
No.
It was only a finger. And so I went in and had it sewn back
It
on.
was half a finger.
Half a finger.
All right.
And when they sewed it back on, it was during shift change. And so the next guy comes in and he goes, I hate to tell you this, your knuckles are dislocated.
Oh.
And we got popped this bait. It's going to hurt.
Oh, come on.
And so they did. They had to pop it.
Yeah.
And I was
Did that
on
pop
board
the
of
stitches?
commissioners. What's that?
Did that pop the stitches?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I went to board meeting the following day. I was on the
Right.
board of commissioners, but then it gets worse.
Oh, okay.
So then a couple weeks later, they wrap it up. A couple weeks later, we're at a wedding, and I think Amy's like, "You need to get that suit cleaned. It smells horrible."
Oh.
And what had happened was the skin had died on my finger.
Oh no. It was under the bandages still.
Yep.
Okay.
So then I went back to the doctor, and he's like, "We got to go in for a skin graft."
Oh.
And so they did a skin graft, which was probably one of the most painful things.
Where
ever.
did they get the skin from?
My hip area.
Oh, okay.
I cried at night.
Boy, I
for
bet.
2 nights.
Gee whiz.
And then
they must not have liked you.
They sewed it back together, but my finger's sewed crooked.
Yeah.
And then they had to use this finger
Okay.
like this to feed it.
Like a splint.
Yeah, to feed it.
Feed it?
To feed it blood.
Oh, okay.
They had to sew them together.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And then I went in to have it separated. I think I had a fever, and they wouldn't do it because
All
I had a
right.
seizure.
Wrap it up. We got to get to the news here.
Well, I ended up having a tourniquet, and that hurt like a SOB.
Oh my goodness.
To separate the two fingers.
All right.
So
So
this is what's
without
left.
giving us the bird, show us on the
This
camera.
does not bend anymore. It just froze.
Okay.
And the back's it's numb and it's ugly.
Ouch. Does that feel good when you play basketball?
I'm left-handed, thankfully. But
Okay.
when I walk, if people will notice, I walk with my hands like this
Oh, okay. Kind of like Bob Dole.
because it's just so ugly.
Well, thank you for sharing that story.
You're
Gruesome as it was. Now, those of you who are squeamish, you may turn your radios back on and the video live stream. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Thanks, Brett.
Hey, this is Ken Lundberg with the WSJM Morning Show. When you're thinking about your future, and we all do, think about Lake Michigan College. At Lake Michigan College, they believe.
All right, we got to get back to our news thing here, but no, thank you for sharing that. And I think the part that I wanted to mention, let's see, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 90 seconds there. Sorry, I got to do some math here. I don't know why they make me do math. Thank you for sharing that, because that's actually a really good public service reminder of if your snowplow is jammed with snow, don't stick your hand in there to get it out.
No.
Even if the machine's turned off, because
everything was shut off.
Well, I mean, because you had when you mentioned you had a lawn tractor, it's got to engage. That's an attachment on it,
correct?
That came off in the summer months, I assume.
Exactly.
And so there was tension built up into it.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So
once I released the tension, they went. Phoom.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I went, what the?
You got to be careful about that. All right. So let's see. I got to do that one. All right, got to figure out some time codes here. We'll be back with ABC national news, national and international news. That is coming up in a minute here. Anything more on the finger? Is that it?
When I'm always like this. Whenever time I put my hand flat.
Oh, okay.
I can't because it's numb at the end of my finger.
Oh boy. All right.
But I'm not right-handed, thankfully.
That is good. That is good. Sorry. I have to do this thing here. Do this. All right. We'll be back in a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
Fleet of tow vehicles and cranes to accomplish almost any lifting job. Got a unique tow or lift job? Call Hassey's Towing and Crane Service, 927-3681. Hassey's Towing, the trucks with the red, white, and blue.
The Bloomberg Business Minute on WSJM is brought to you by Sturgis Bank and Trust. Let's grow together. Serving Berrien Branch, Kalamazoo, St. Joseph, and Van Buren counties. Now with 2 new locations in St. Joseph, downtown, and on Cleveland Avenue. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Chicken Soup for the Soul has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The seller of self-help books, film, and TV content will keep operating while it works out a plan to pay creditors. Court papers show that Chicken Soup struggled to keep up with its financial obligations after buying the DVD rental business Redbox 2 years ago. Auto dealerships that rely on software from CDK Global are coming back online, and services are being restored after a devastating cyber attack caused widespread disruption. That's according to an executive with a cybersecurity firm that CDK is working with. The hack started on June 19th, disrupting service for thousands of auto dealerships. It's a 4-day trading week with U.S. markets closed for the 4th on Thursday. Stocks finished lower to close out the first half of the year, but the major averages are positive for 2024. The broader market is up just over 14%. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Krazel Art Fair on the Bluff, presented by First Source Bank Wealth Advisory Services, celebrates its 62nd year, Saturday, July 13th and Sunday, July 14th in downtown St. Joe. Admission is free, but you can help support year-round access to the arts in our community by making a donation of any amount. Enjoy live music, brews, and great food at the Friday night block party, July 12th on the Krazel grounds from 5 to 9 for just $5. Then come back Saturday, July 13th from 10 to 6 and Sunday, July 14th from 10 to 5 to explore the Bluff, featuring over 170 artists from across the nation. Get treated like a VIP. Buy your VIP Collector's Experience package, including reserved parking and great merch, right now at Krazel.org. The Krazel Art Fair on the Bluff, presented by First Source Bank Wealth Advisory Services, with support from the City of St. Joseph, 98.3 The Coast, Roof Wiz, LKF Marketing, MailMax, Pepsi, Signature Dealer Group, and the Southwest Michigan Tourist Council. Get more details at Krazel.org.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Supreme Court expected to rule this morning on the question of absolute immunity for Donald Trump and future presidents for actions taken while in office. ABC's M. Wen is in Washington with details.
In oral arguments earlier this year, the conservative justices seemed open to allowing some form of presidential immunity. Much of the oral argument centered around what constitutes as official versus a private act. The justices hinting they might send the case back to the lower court to sort that question out.
Former President Trump aide Steve Bannon to report to prison today. He must serve 4 months for refusing to cooperate with the congressional January 6th committee. Hurricane Beryl taking aim at the Southeast Caribbean. It's a Category 3 storm right now. The Department of Justice set to offer Boeing a deal that would allow it to plead guilty and avoid a
All right. Well, while the computer catches up to us, we will continue with our news. 7:30 News is brought to you by Hassey's Towing and Crane Service. The trucks with red, white, and blue. And obviously, it's a red, white, and blue week because we've got Independence Day on Thursday.
And I have used them.
Yeah. Oh, you've used them?
Oh, Hassey's numerous times.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
Oh, you've seen the orange truck.
It's still running. It's a little loud right now. Just taking a look at some of the news that we do have for you this morning. A Friday night traffic accident seriously injured a high school student from South Haven, and the community is rallying to help even as she's undergoing surgery. The family of 17-year-old Alexis Kassinger says she was seriously hurt in a car accident after leaving work on Friday. Now the family, her high school swimming team, the local dance academy, and others are helping to raise money for her care. A dinner fundraiser is planned for this Friday at the South Haven High School. A GoFundMe page has been set up by the family. They've already raised $23,000 of the $100,000 goal. Though the medical bills continue to climb, an update on Alexis's condition posted from the family indicates she'll be in surgery again this morning. The family says she's fighting, and they greatly appreciate the support they're receiving. You can visit our webpage, WSJM.com, for links and more information on how to help. Set for the August 6th ballot will be a renewal of the Berrien County Senior Center millage. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners late last week heard from Annette Krieger-Christie, assistant to the county administrator, about the millage. She says it pays for operations at all 7 senior centers around the county. We'll tell you more about that. That is coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. And the Berrien Community Foundation is warning businesses to beware that scammers are posing as foundation employees. Within the last week, a scammer contacted someone claiming they were from the Berrien Community Foundation and inquiring about purchasing a computer. BCF President Lisa Cripps Downey says it's a scam, and thankfully no purchases went through, but she wants to warn people about this. We'll tell you more about that. That's coming up here on the WSJM Morning Show as well. We do have more news and sports coming up in just a moment. We appreciate you, and thanks for coming along on the WSJM Morning Show. If you're not already, do watch us on the video live stream. There you can get behind-the-scenes comments and commentary from myself and Brett Witkowski for what it's worth. It's kind of funny. We do have some comic relief in there as well. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Jonathan Carlson. More than
I was getting nervous there. The computer froze up and wasn't unsticking.
Not a good thing.
Boy, I don't like it when that happens. Let's see.
Blame it on a computer.
Oh, whatever. You were mentioning you wanted to go see Elvis.
I would have liked to have seen him.
Oh, you still don't want to go see him again?
Where am I going to see him again?
Las Vegas.
He's dead.
Yeah,
I don't want to see an impersonator.
It's not an impersonator. This is Elvis Presley.
AI?
No, not AI. It's virtual.
No.
It's a hologram.
Seriously.
Yeah, the Elvis
maybe
Evolution. The Elvis Evolution. Well, let's see. I think they have one in Las Vegas. They have one in London. The Elvis Evolution is a major new immersive experience celebrating the world's biggest star of stage and screen. You'll step through iconic and intimate moments from his career and his world. Yeah,
Can you imagine living in that world, though? I can't
Which world?
His. Just
Oh, yeah, that would have been amazing.
the pressure. Well, I don't know. I think there's good and bad. I think just like with Michael Jackson, you get people just want to get part of your life and they destroy it.
Okay.
Well, I just
Feeling a little down today, bro?
No, just Michael Jackson got killed. I mean, that doctor was giving him the medicine that you go to hospital and get put under with.
Oh, yeah.
The
pain medications.
Who knows? I mean, Elvis was on a ton of stuff.
Right.
Sadly.
Yeah. So is that a yes or a no for the Evolution show for you?
Yeah, I would. If I'm in Vegas, I would not mind go.
Well,
I go see that in Barry Manilow.
I know they've got one coming up in London. I'm not sure if they've scheduled the dates for Las Vegas yet. So you may have to go to London. But you're
I'm
game.
not gonna go
Either
to
way.
London.
Either way, you're fine.
I'd see that.
Okay.
Yeah, with that and Barry Manilow.
Well, he's still alive.
I know, but I like Barry. I think I like his songs. He had a. I don't know how. Well,
Are you equating the King with Barry Manilow?
No.
Okay.
No, but
Thank you.
Barry Manilow has a very loyal following, I think. I like.
What kind
his
of dogs?
music.
Doesn't he have dogs? Barry Manilow, the little wiener dogs?
I never really paid that.
Dogs.
So what are you going to?
So you're not a super fan?
I didn't say I was a super fan. I said I was a fan.
Okay.
The
I
thing
think
with
he
him
has
is-
beagles.
The thing
Yeah,
with-
yeah, he has. You can get a T-shirt.
Really?
It says "I love beagles." Barry Manilow is very much a beagle lover.
You know all his songs.
I know Mandy. Is
Oh,
that
you
him?
know a lot more.
That's Mandy,
Yeah,
right?
you know a lot more.
What's another one?
Coco Cabana.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, see, now I'm going to start bringing them up. You'll be
There
like,
was
"Oh,
Tony.
Yeah, I
Right?
like that one. What?
Wasn't there Tony in that song?
I don't. Maybe.
Copacabana. Let's see. Mandy, Copacabana. Wonder if he ever sang about his dog, the beagle.
I don't know.
Anyway,
He's 80. I think 80 years old too.
who? Barry Manilow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
How
sure.
old is he? He did the Christmas special last year.
Who hasn't? 81 years old.
Yeah.
Born on June 17th, so he just turned
81.
81. And his skin does not look it. His face
Hey,
does not look it.
That's the beauty of Botox and plastic surgery.
If only the plastic surgeons that worked on his face could have worked on your finger
Or my face.
or your face.
I'd take either one. I'd forget the finger.
Oh goodness. No, he's enjoyable. So Barry Manilow,
He's
Elvis
coming to
Presley
Chicago.
on your list. Jack White, Detroit.
Play a song from him.
Do you know was it the Seven Nation Army? Do you know that one?
No.
You don't know that one?
Do our listeners know who Jack White is?
Well, I listen and I know.
I want to know if the listeners know who Jack
All right,
White.
does
Not
anyone?
Ron White.
Does
'cause
anyone?
I thought he was Ron
We're only
White.
talking to the video live stream right now,
Correct.
so
That's
so
what
it's
I'm
a
talking
it's
about.
a limited audience. But if anyone on the video live stream knows who Jack White is,
Not Ron White, who I thought he was.
not Ron White, Jack White, just indicate in the comments. Would you mind? Just help me out
Help
here
Ken feel better about himself.
because Brett is apparently only the AM radio works in his orange vehicle. He gets Elvis Presley and Barry Manilow.
Actually, I do like AM radio stuff.
So there. Let's see. Yeah, Seven Nation Army is their big one, and then Icky Thump is a really good one. Yeah, I think you'd like their music.
We'll play a little bit so I can hear it.
Well, then we'd have to log it with BMI and ASCAP and pay them some fees too.
Do we really?
Well, I don't know. Probably.
You think they know?
There's no right way to do a wrong thing, Brett.
Well, I didn't know.
Just
I didn't
remember
know if
that.
you have to pay for all that. You got to pay just to play their song on a video stream.
Anywhere that you do a public performance of music, you must compensate the people who brought you the music. So, and
I'll give you
that is
$1.
through. If you didn't know this,
I'll give you $1.
It's through the BMI and ASCAP. And there's basically a formula that they follow. Each of those licensing organizations follow of how much revenue does your organization earn? Okay. How many songs did you play? All right, let's do some fancy math. And then all of a sudden, this is how much you owe us. And it's a lot.
BMI, isn't that body mass index?
It's also the body mass index. You are correct.
That's the only
But
BMI
that is not
I
the
really
same.
understand.
That is not the same organization. But let me make sure this thing's in the log.
Getting
here.
windy out.
Maybe that's the heat coming back after our chilly temperatures this morning. What do you got?
I'm watching trees blow. That's how I know it's windy.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right. We're going to come back with more of the WSJM Morning Show. Tech trends from ABC. You're going to hear that in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in. Before I do that, let's see. At least Mike Weibel knows who the White Stripes are.
Mike does? Okay. Well,
Yeah. Stephanie does as
that
well.
Friendship's over now.
Teresa does not know who the White Stripes are. She says, "Who is that?" 3 question marks. And also Teresa says, "You guys look okay." So I think that has to do with the plastic surgery.
Oh.
We'll be right back in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in.
Want to learn more, not only about that really awesome program, where those will be in our community, but also how you can take part in it as a volunteer, because there's a lot of really great opportunities for you to volunteer with Berrien Community Foundation. See all that they have going on, and maybe sign up to become a volunteer today just by going to berriencommunity.org.
From ABC News Tech Trends, if you were excited for Volvo's EX30
EX30 to go on sale this year, you can now expect to wait a little bit longer before that low-cost EV hits our shores.
Due to the Biden administration's 100% tariff on Chinese imported vehicles, now Volvo is reconsidering its timeline.
Inside EV's Kevin Williams says the EX30 is now expected to arrive sometime in 2025. As for whether its claimed $36,000 price tag will stick around,
Volvo is being a little cagey about if the price will change. So far, all we can do is hope that it will still keep that, roughly $36,000 starting price.
the compact SUV would have been one of the only entry-level EVs on the market with a substantial 275-mile range.
But now we're starting to see competitors from Kia and even General Motors, Chevrolet, offer lower cost EVs.
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Cue the fireworks and celebrate Independence Day with the Omaha Steaks 4th of July sale. Save 50% off site-wide and fire up the perfect backyard cookout with tender steaks, juicy burgers, deli-style franks, and more family favorites. Shop today at omahasteaks.com and score an extra $30 off when you use promo code QUALITY at checkout. Plus, every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code QUALITY at checkout.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Mostly sunny skies today. We're going to be a little bit warmer. We're back up into the upper 70s, around 78 inland. We'll be around 75 at the beaches. Waves are still going to be at a moderate risk level for swimming today. Partly cloudy skies tonight. We drop down to 57, and tomorrow partly sunny. High temperatures back around 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
I was looking to see if we have it in our audio archive here, the Seven Nation Army song, but I just played a little bit of it for Brett, who is you say you don't know the White Stripes, you don't like the White Stripes, you don't even know them, but yet I play the song, I play the song, and you're like, big smile came across your face, and it's like, oh, that's them?
So if I said I didn't like them, I apologize. I didn't know of them, but no, I did recognize the song.
Yeah, so White Stripes, and
do they have any other songs?
A whole bunch, and they're
Okay.
from Detroit. But
Okay.
when they were together, it was two of them, and basically Jack White has gone on to he's got at least three different record pressing outlets and stores, and he restored the Masonic Temple. He was an anonymous donor until somebody found out who he was. He paid for the restoration of the Masonic Temple in large part in Detroit into the great concert venue that it is today. So just a great individual.
Sounds like it.
To date, anyway. To date.
So far.
Several U.S. military bases across Europe are now operating under heightened state of alert. ABC News has confirmed. The alert level of the Force Protection Condition Charlie was put in place over the weekend. That's according to two U.S. officials. According to the U.S. Army, that's the second highest state of alert that applies when an incident occurs or intelligence is received, indicating some form of terrorist action or targeting against personnel or facilities is likely. In a statement provided to reporters, the U.S. European Command said it's constantly assessing a variety of factors on safety and security. For operational security reasons, we will not get into specific measures, but we will remain vigilant. The development was first reported by Stars and Stripes, which is an independent military publication. So the U.S. military bases in Europe on alert for potential attack this Independence Day week. Probably not a coincidence. Brett, we've got Wimbledon. Wimbledon's starting today.
I like Wimbledon. It's a one tennis tournament I have watched over the years.
Do you have the strawberries and cream?
No.
You ever do that?
No.
You like strawberries?
No.
You don't like strawberries?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. We're
No,
gonna have to reevaluate here.
I'm good. I respect those who do.
Welcome to the best tennis month of the year, while the end of the month brings a return to Paris for the 24 Olympic Games. The start of the month, right now, takes fans back to the holiest tennis grounds on earth. The championships, Wimbledon, begin today. The beautiful white grass tennis courts.
That's amazing on grass, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to be really, really short.
Right.
I mean, you've played golf. You know golf.
Correct, yeah.
So the greens on golf, special grass, special care for that. Imagine what has to go in for the tennis court. And at the start of it, looks beautiful.
Exactly.
The end of it, you can see exactly where the players are doing their stuff.
When I grew up, I always remember it would wrap up around July 4th.
Oh,
and now it's just starting.
Well, I mean, the playoffs are starting. Maybe they get a lot more viewership over the weekends.
But NBC used to have that breakfast at Wimbledon.
NBC, breakfast at Wimbledon, strawberries and cream. And you used to like the music that they played, but you can't remember the name of it.
No,
okay.
Probably was your boy White.
Could have been Jack White. Don't think so, though. But they already started Wimbledon day one because they're ahead of us. They started at 6 this morning. You can see it on ESPN, ESPN 3. That's 3, ESPN Plus. Or you can watch free, apparently, on Fubo.
Fubo, I've heard of Fubo.
Yeah, so we'll be back. We've got the Moody on the Market update. That's coming up in just a moment right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM. And
all right, we got to get back with the Moody on the Market update in a moment. You ever play tennis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You like it?
Love it.
Have you played pickleball? Have we talked about this?
Yep.
Okay.
I like pickleball.
What do you prefer?
At this stage, it would be pickleball.
Really? What do you mean at this stage?
Stage of age, life.
What do you think? It's easier to play pickleball than it is tennis?
Less space to cover.
Well, yeah, but you have to have faster reflexes. You have those?
Yeah, unless you play doubles in tennis, then you got to have fast reflexes up front. Yeah, my reflexes are okay. Not great anymore. Age catches up to you, man.
No, they're great. That is true. Age does catch up to you. All right, let's do that one. We'll get back for the Moody on the Market update. We're going to talk about traffic advisories for the 3rd of July fireworks.
For St. Joe or South Haven?
This one's for St. Joe.
Yeah, what are they close?
Well, South Haven, they're doing the they're opening the bridges for the boats. So you got to watch for boat traffic. But we'll talk about what's happening in City of St. Joe here in a moment on the WSJM Morning Show. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Teresa says, have a great day. Thank you, Teresa. You as well, and everyone else on the video live stream. We'll be here till 8 o'clock.
Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-637-9116. That's 1-800-637-9116. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-637-9116. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
All right, we got to get back on schedule here. You ready?
I'm not saying a word.
Okay. No, you can say words. Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. In today's update, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the traffic that you can expect. And the headline on this story is Pack Your Patience for Wednesday night. The City of St. Joseph has issued its annual advisory on parking and traffic for the 3rd of July fireworks, which brings thousands of people to the downtown area. The message from Public Safety Chief Steve Neubecker, be patient. This year's fireworks display will start at 10:15, approximately 10. Fireworks are launched from the pier at dusk around 10:15. Portions of Silver Beach and Tiscornia Beach, as well as North and South Piers, will be closed to provide for the required safety zone. Here, a note to boaters. Please note that the Blossom Land Bridge and the Bicentennial Bridge will not be open for boats needing vertical clearance from 10 p.m. until after the post-fireworks road traffic has cleared, which they expect will be around midnight. Motorists, please remember that there will be limited parking below the bluff and restricted parking in the downtown residential area. Temporary no parking signs will be posted in the affected residential areas to assist with the flow of traffic and pedestrian safety. Residential streets above the bluff, west and east of Main Street, will be posted no parking on the south and east sides of the street. All alleys will be posted no parking. So essentially, if you're stop biting your nails.
I got a hangnail.
And essentially, if you're coming downtown to watch the fireworks in St. Joseph, we're on the live stream. We're on the video live stream. If you're familiar with where the no parking zones are right now, be aware they're going to put up new signs.
They're already up.
You already saw them?
Yeah,
I
because
saw
we
them
live
on
downtown. They put them up on the west side.
Okay. Following the fireworks, traffic north of the river will be detoured north on M63. When detoured on Clock Road, please do not travel to Main Street in Benton Harbor, back to Main Street into downtown St. Joseph. There are a lot of different traffic things that they're doing. If you want to make certain that you know the route you're going to be able to take, look at the article. We've got it posted there right now at moodyonthemarket.com. Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. They have the latest, that we've got the latest posted at moodyonthemarket.com right now. Check it out.
We're watching over you. IMS Insurance Management Service.
IMS understands that when you run a business.
Do you want to say that? Do you want to say that on the video live stream?
On the county parking lots, those are
people can park in like the courthouse and the county administrative,
the public lots,
administration building, and all that.
Yeah, you can't park overnight, but you can.
So
park
during the show, Brett is advising that you can park in that.
They're public parking spots.
Park in that area. The courthouse parking lot would seem to be ideal, right?
Well, and even the administration, because you just go to the light on Park Street, which is on the corner of the building, and then walk to the bluff. That's what we do.
Okay.
Get our wagon.
Oh, yeah.
Filled up with chairs and blankies.
Very nice. Is that what you do? Is that your family tradition?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a good time with it.
Very good.
Good crowd this year.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of minutes before ABC News. Anything else we want to wrap up? Thanks for sharing your story again on the snowblower thing.
Yeah, what not to do.
What not to do. We will have Brian Joseph in for the live stream tomorrow talking about, we've got somebody at the front door. We're going to go have to deal with that. All right. Brian Joseph will be in tomorrow to talk about Lake Breeze Music Festival because we've got some great jazz coming up. So we'll talk about that tomorrow with Brian. Looking forward to that and more. It is the WSJM Morning Show. Thanks for joining us on the video live stream. We're going to turn it off now and we'll see you again tomorrow.